efforts in the field have certainly encouraged the crew.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the internet, and welcome back to the XCOM 2 series. So we've just come back off our first successful mission, and it's time to promote our units. There are 4 classes in this game, and when you go from being rookies, as these all were, to being squaddies, which is what they will be upgraded to, you get to become a class. In this case, our first soldier has become a ranger. Rangers are skilled at close quarters combat because they use a shotgun and a sword. Those are not particularly well known for their range capabilities. They also specialize in stealth. So when you level up by gaining experience, and then you gain experience by killing people. So when you level up, you get to choose one ability from each side of the thing. You can't choose both sides of this thing. So when you become corporal, you can choose that one or that one. When you become sergeant, you choose that one or that one, etc. This side of the board, I believe, is responsible entirely for stealth-based abilities, and this side of the board is entirely responsible for sword-based abilities. So let's see what Deadpool becomes. Deadpool is also a ranger. I believe that's one that I've set, because when you create your own soldiers, you can set whether you want them to be specialised in a certain class or not, and I believe I wanted Deadpool to be specialised in rangerness because he's got a sword. So again, nothing different there. We get a specialist, right. So specialists are hackers. Sometimes when you're on missions, you'll be required to hack certain things, and sometimes hacking those things can get you bonuses that you can use either in the mission or outside of the mission. So sometimes it'll be more supplies when you're outside of the mission, sometimes it'll be more aim when you're inside the mission, sometimes it'll be a bonus to their hacking ability so that when they hack things in future it is easier. Every hacker starts with a base hack of 50, and then it, as I say, it can be upgraded through hacking, but it's randomly generated what the bonuses you get from hacking are, and you get to choose between 2. One is low risk and one is high risk. Again, it's percentage based like everything in this game. So, like, for example, your first, say your low risk one is, say, 80% chance of being successfully hacked. Your high risk one will be about 50% chance of being hacked successfully. Unfortunately, there are no abilities to increase your hacking stat, so it's very much pot luck as to whether you even get the chance to upgrade your hacking stat, much less, being able to do it. But this side, I believe, is combat-based things, because you can turn your robot into its own little soldier that can run up to people and zap them. And this side is entirely based in medical things, because you can also load up your... Well, you can alternatively, sorry, not as well. You can alternatively load up your drone with medical kits to heal your wounded soldiers, such as this one. However, it's a bit of a cop-out, because if I... Say she was on 2 health and I used my drone to heal her up to full health, after we'd come back off the mission, she would drop down to 2 health again. For some reason, when you heal up someone on the battlefield, it doesn't stay with them. As soon as they come off the battlefield, all those bandages or whatever you put on them just instantly disintegrate for no apparent reason, and it pisses me off. Okay, so our clone trooper has become a heavy gunner. The Grenadiers specialise in, as their name suggests, grenades. They specialise in grenades, and they specialise in the minigun. Basically, they are the highest damage class. Actually, I don't think they are, because snipers can do a hell of a lot of damage, and so can rangers, because the rangers with the shotgun have a naturally high critical chance. So the Grenadier is actually, I think, one of the most... It's not the most underpowered, because that is by far, hands down, the specialist. But I think the Grenadier is one of the most... I'd say the second most, because obviously there are only 4, so it's got to be. I'd say it's the second most underpowered of all the classes. Like, to say it's a minigun, like, the miniguns have a natural aim deficiency as well. So, like, I think the maximum aim you can get with a minigun is 70-something%. And that's if you're stood literally right in front of someone with the barrels of your minigun up their nose. You will still only have 70-odd% chance of hitting them, which is fucking ridiculous. Like, it's a minigun. Surely, by the law of averages, just the sheer amount of bullets that you're firing at someone would mean something would hit them. But apparently not. Anyway, I've been ranting about this for about 5 minutes, so let's move on. But yeah, so you can upgrade the minigun to do more damage and have special abilities, or you can upgrade them to have more grenades or bigger booms or whatever. I'm now being called to the research lab to meet Dr. Tigan, so let's go meet him.
Impressive, isn't it? Capable of generating immense power, yet completely harmless to human life. If only the same could be said for the rest of the aliens' technology, Commander. Dr. Richard Tigan, Chief Science Officer. I am responsible for the entirety of our research here, as well as the procedure you so recently underwent. Welcome to my lab, such as it is. I'm not sure what Central may have told you, but we found something while removing you from the alien stasis suit. A device implanted directly in your occipital lobe. Had I access to the equipment available to me during my tenure at Advent, I would already know the precise nature of its function. However, given time and your approval, of course, Commander, I assure you, I will find out. Which brings to light an additional point. Though aspects of this facility are indeed impressive, I am but one man. Were you to direct additional support personnel and resources to me, I could substantially improve the speed of all our research. Farewell, Commander.
So yes, Tigan here is your head scientist. He's in charge of all your research. You use research to unlock new armor and weapons, and also advance the story. Some parts of the story you can only get to once you've researched certain things. But what I plan to do is rush weapons and armor technology, because I want to be ahead of the curve, as it were, in terms of my armament. I want to be able to deal with anything. Like, my personal philosophy is it's always better to be prepared for the tough shit way in advance than get up to the tough shit with an ineffective squad and have them all slaughtered and not be able to progress because you haven't put stuff into the right things. So I'm going to rush weapons and armor technology. That may hurt me in the long run, but it's what I believe to be right.
More intriguing options available. We'll begin work immediately. I'll send word when a complete report is available.
So now I need to go down to the engineering core.
Okay. Reworked your repulsors with some of the parts I salvaged from their old engine. Should fix that stabilization problem you had. Come on, Rover. It'll work. Commander! Getting our tech to talk to theirs is harder than you'd think. Lily Shen, Chief Engineer, at your service. You were probably expecting to see my father. In all that's happened, I'm guessing Central didn't tell you yet. He's gone. Dad gave everything he had to get us this far. This entire ship is his life's work. I know he would have loved to show you around the place himself. He used to talk about you a lot. You can be sure I'm ready to finish what he started. Might not look it, but from here, I can fabricate pretty much anything you come up with. And with a little more help, well, you'd be amazed with what I can do. It was an honor to finally meet you, Commander.
So yeah, this is your engineering core. She's basically the Scotty of the group, if this were a Star Trek thing. So from here you can see the engineers. We haven't got any engineers yet. I'll get into what they do later. You can view your ship's inventory, which is corpses that you collect, and also that scope that we picked up earlier. I can't use that yet because I haven't researched modular weapons. That is I believe the research that we're doing right now. And that's part of the reason why I went for the weapons research first, is because we got that scope so early on. I figured it'd be good to get that on someone. From here we can also build facilities within our base. I'm not going to do that yet because we don't have any engineers, and you need engineers to build your facilities and also man your facilities. Excuse me. So I'm not going to bother with that yet. And also that she can build items such as grenades and medkits and weapons and armor. So yeah, basically that's where you go to learn the blueprints for the weapons. She's the one who actually puts those blueprints into physical being, and then you go here to give those weapons that you've built to your squad. So here's the list of all the soldiers. These 4 are the squad we just went on that successful mission with, including this one, which is injured, and as you can see here it says it'll take 18 days for her to heal. So that's not great, but you know, have to deal with it. It is what it is. We can build a facility. Obviously we can't build it right now because we don't. Oh, you don't need engineers to build the stuff. You just need them to... Oh, you just need them to clear out the stuff and then man it. Okay. I think you... Oh, right, yes. You can use engineers to speed up the build time, though. So, right, there is a thing we could get. We haven't unlocked it yet, but we could build later in the game an advanced warfare center, and what that does is speed up the recovery time of injured soldiers. But obviously, as I say, we can't get that yet, so it's useless information.
Good to see you on your feet again. Welcome to the bridge, the nerve center of our operation.
Yes, from here we conduct everything.
The entire world in their grip. Advent controls everything. Government, communications, industry, not to mention the military. And it's on us to take it all back. Resources and time are tight, Commander. It'll be up to you to decide how to best use both. The ship is yours.
Damn straight the ship's mine, you bastard.
While we prepare for new operations and continue our research, we can pass time by scanning at sites like this one. On your order, we'll start our scans on the surrounding area. Commander, one of our resistance contacts just tipped us off to a site that may be worth investigating.
Okay, yeah, so this is your world map. Eventually, we are going to cover the entire globe, but for now, we are just in the northeast of America. Specifically, it looks like we're in Canada. So yeah, you'll randomly get these things appear, which are just there to kill time, basically, in between missions. And they can have anything, like literally anything. If it's an item in this game, it can appear at one of these drops.
Commander, the Avenger's remote scanning capabilities will help us search the area.
So yeah, you go to a place, you scan it for a few days, and
Take some time, though. We've got a lot
while you're scanning that, your research will also happen, your soldiers will also heal, all this good stuff. And if I had been building a facility in this empty slot, that would also have been building while I was scanning at that place. So as you'll see here, where it was 18 days, it's now 15 days because 3 days have passed. It's not real world days, not like a grindy free-to-play mobile phone game. It's days past when you're scanning for stuff like this. So usually what happens is, as soon as you've got one, another one will spawn, especially at this early part of the game where there's fuck all else to do. So literally all we can do is just wait for the research to get done while we just fly around and scan literally everything that comes up. Oh, we're getting a scientist in this one. Obviously, scientists are good because they increase the speed of your research.
I'm sure you will find the results to be as intriguing as
There we go. Right, so I can't get the next level of armor, unfortunately, because I require 10 alien alloys, which is a resource in this game. There are many, many, many resources in this game. But that's fine because that's how they keep it balanced, and they keep it so that you can't just rush like the top level weapons. Although I will go for magnetic weapons, even though it'll take me a month to like research them. I'm gonna go for it early because we need that shit. We need it hard. Okay, so once a month these guerrilla ops will appear, and these are just randomly generating things, and you'll get a maximum of 3, regardless of how many areas of the world you control. I believe there are 16 or 17 areas of the world. You will only ever get as max 3 guerrilla operations, and they will be, and their difficulty is dependent on how far on the game is. So late on in the game, you will get only a choice of difficult or moderate difficulty. Early on in the game, you'll get a choice of moderate or easy difficulty, and it advances like that. So because this is right at the beginning of the game, and this is literally our first guerrilla op, we only have this one choice because we only have this one area, and it is an easy op. Now that difficulty also corresponds to how many enemies there will be. I believe that easy means 6 enemies, moderate means 9 enemies, and difficult means 12 enemies. I believe. As strongly as I've ever believed anything, which is not very strongly at all. So, I guess we can send our squad to go investigate that. So as you can see, we're taking this new rookie along with us because our other squaddie is still healing. There's still 11, is that 11? Yes, that is 11 days still for them to heal. So let's take this new rookie for a spin in the next exciting episode.